So we have a little bit more information and a bit of confusion regarding the upcoming Future Trunks arc, the new stuff that's happening in Dragon Ball Super, where Future Trunks is supposedly gonna return or whatever. Well, not supposedly, it's been confirmed, more than confirmed or whatever, but we have an episode title, but there's a little bit of a discrepancy regarding certain aspects of when he appears and his age and stuff like that, because based on things and the way it's seeming, it seems as though Trunks is going to be coming back at the age of 32, opposed to he was like in his 20s when he came back, you know, in the Z stuff or whatever. But here we go. So more or less, obviously there's different translations, but more or less the title of the episode is SOS from the Future. A new black enemy appears. I can't get over the fact that like they just don't say dark or evil or anything like that, which is basically what they mean by a black enemy. They don't mean like, hey, you know, it's fucking Booker T coming through, like, you know, that's what it means. So for the people that are like, oh, this is racist and all that shit, it just is the word that they use for like evil shit, like, you know, bad or stuff like that. So yeah, just think of it as like a dark enemy appears or an evil enemy appears or something like that. And that's for episode 47, mind you. So we still have one more episode to clear up all this filler stuff that we've been having in Dragon Ball Super, and then we're gonna get into the actual, you know, canon filling stuff where things really kick off. But here's where the discrepancy comes in, because we have a little tiny synopsis of the episode, and based on when they saying that Trunks comes or whatever, it kind of doesn't make sense. 17 years in the future, Trunks is faced with a fearsome new foe. But here's the thing, if it's 17 years in the future from Dragon Ball Super, which Dragon Ball Super is basically 8 years prior to the events that would have occurred in Future Trunks' timeline, so 17 years from now would be what, 9 more years after that? So Trunks would have to be a lot older. Again, assuming all of this is that Trunks, again, it could be our Trunks. Like, we really need to find out which Trunks this is, that's coming from what future, what timeline or whatever. Is it our Trunks? Is it the Trunks from the Android saga? Because things is kind of looking a little bit like, what? Because the Future Trunks that killed his Cell, you know, when he killed Cell or whatever, that was in age 788. Yeah, there's age and all this other shit, you know, the years of shit that happened. That was in age 788. And currently Dragon Ball Super is at age 780. So it's basically, again, 8 years prior to the events of what was going to happen in Future Trunks' timeline. So 17 years from now, that would make it age 797, which would make it, again, kind of like, what the fuck? The problem, too, is that you look at Future Trunks' design or whatever, and he doesn't look a day older than what he looked like when he first came back in, you know, Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. So it's making me wonder, again, what Trunks is this? Honestly, it's looking more and more like this is our Trunks, that, you know, something happened 17 years from now where he had to come back in time. Unless this is a 32-year-old Trunks that was, you know, the one that we seen back in Z and stuff like that, then it doesn't make sense. So I'm betting at this particular point, if it's not a 32-year-old Trunks, that it's our Trunks 17 years from now. Don't know exactly how they're gonna fit all this together and how this happened or whatever, but it kind of would also make sense how Goku would turn evil. It's, you know, something happened in the future. Maybe, you know, the superhuman water. No, let me stop. But something definitely is gonna happen in our world that our Trunks is gonna have to come back and try to warn things, and it makes more sense and everything that way, because if not, it's like that character design. I mean, I know anime is wonky and shit like that, but there's no way that that's a 32-year-old guy. And again, if it is, then I'm kind of curious what happened to Trunks, you know, all these years after that, like 17 years from even our timeline, which would basically make it like, what, 9 years after he killed Cell. Is like, shit changed, I'm sure. And if it is that Trunks, I want to know what happened with his life. Did he finally find peace? Did he get married? Did he have kids? Is he still training? Did he get stronger? Like, there's so many questions I have. And again, if this is our Trunks, then how did they come up with the time machine thing? Did Bulma kind of kept some of those ideas in her mind? Was it that she worked hard at it because she knew it was possible and then eventually created it herself? Like, so many questions right now, but still very exciting, and we're only a couple episodes away from it all beginning. Episode 47, SOS from the Future, baby. A new black foe is here, and I can't fucking wait. I really can't wait. But let me know what you guys think. Which Trunks is this? If, again, the timelines is just kind of like not adding up and stuff like that, do you think it's our Trunks and in the future shit happens kind of similar to what happened in the Android timeline and he has to come back and warn us of this evil Goku? Or is it, you know, the Trunks from the Android saga and shit is just like wonky and he's actually 32? Like, what is your take on all this? And are you hyped for episode 47? I know I can't fucking wait. This is gonna make this summer very fucking lit, and I'm hyped. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm FNebWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.